could come out here and draw this day to a close, as well as the next two people. I hope you're ready. Are you ready? These next two ladies, they're gonna make you laugh, they're gonna make you cry. If you have small children, get your ear muffs ready. Please give it up for Briana, Buckmaster, and Kim Rhodes!
Watch that vocal
magic. So this is one of my favorite. Raise your hand if you're brand new. None of these people know how much of a joke that was.
Yes.
They don't. She can actually sing really well.
That's what I was literally thinking. Like,
that was my best. You saw it.
People were literally selling their tickets on their app.
This is not what I paid for.
You know, let's get the after plans.
I want to be paid to have had to listen to that. Well, sorry, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me skedaddle. Give me that jacket,
Okay, go
Rich.
ahead. All right. Hi,
I
Kel.
said.
Hi. Wait, show us again. How many of you have not met us before? Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, look at them. There's so many back there.
I know, there's so many.
So many.
Oh, dear. All
I am
right.
from Canada.
You've all signed the thing that if we break your brains, we're not responsible, though, right? Oh, that might just be for the PJ party. Still tickets left.
Yes, must come to the PJ party
Yeah,
tonight.
you all have to sign a thing that if we break your brains because we cuss too much, or in my case, I might make you cry. It's my superpower.
That's true, that is true.
It's my superpower.
I swear a lot. Are there any children in the audience?
Right there, yeah.
I heard a mother
Okay.
go, yes!
Are you prepared for this? Okay.
I see earphones on, so we know what's up.
We are big believers in the passion of self-expression.
Yeah, right.
And the word shoot is not as passionate as fuck! So it is not in an attempt to offend you, it is not in an attempt to alienate you, it is a commitment to passion. And that's where the cussing comes from.
Why are you doing this when you say
Well, because I was gonna say balls deep and they just met me. So I didn't. I was gonna make a testicular reference.
There are so many chairs in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of chairs. And look how far away the microphones are.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the mics are far. It's very confusing because the lights only show
Jesus
like this
Christ,
little
look,
center.
There's chairs over there
That's
too.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But then if you go like this, there's people so far away back
Oh my
there.
God! Hi.
I see you.
Hi.
If I was paying to come to this, I would also be back there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Choked on my spit. I
Okay,
see you
so
too. Yes.
bunch of new people.
Yes.
The other thing is, if you do not have questions for us, we're just going to talk about our periods. And I haven't had a uterus for 17 years, so it's going to be very, very
and
challenging.
I'm in perimenopause.
Perry
so
the
fun.
platypus. No.
Perry the platypus?
Sorry.
Is that an American reference?
It's a Disney Channel reference.
Oh. So yes.
Menopause. Perry the menopause.
No.
You're
That's
welcome.
a good joke. Oh, I didn't land that for you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't know.
3 people out there got it, and
That's
they're
all
my
that
favorites.
matters. 3 people are enjoying the show so far.
I like you the best now.
That's what matters.
Seriously, oh, there we go. Okay, one person. It's all hanging on you.
It's up to you.
All right, good luck.
Hi, this question is actually for Kim Rhodes, although you were fantastic.
Kim Rhodes is not here. She's going to answer
I
it,
want to
though.
hear it.
She's going to answer it.
What was it like going from such a comedic role in A Sweet Life of Zach and Cody to going to a much more kind of serious role with some comedic relief and Supernatural?
It was really hard for me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a very serious person. And Zach and Cody, while they appear really kind and lighthearted, they're real pieces of shit in real life. Now, Jared and Jensen, they actually weren't on set that much. They actually refused to act at me. So I would wait in my trailer, they would do their acting, then they would leave. 2 tennis balls would take their place. And then I would act with the tennis balls. Does that feel right?
That testicular references.
Stop gesturing there. You get me excited. Like, what are we gonna talk about?
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm in a skirt and it's free ranging today, so
Free ranging.
I'm just fascinated.
My pants are very
its
tight.
ability to exist.
Okay.
So I do want to answer your question. The thing is, there was about a 4-year spread while they were off on the big boat. That's what she said.
Sorry, this is a very serious question that I know you want answers to.
There was a long time between the 2 shows. And also, it helps that it was set up, a sitcom is in front of an audience, and you've got 3 cameras, and you're running through it more like a play. And so the fact that it was set up differently also helped my brain make the transition. And like, that's kind of what you do. If you're doing regional repertory, you're doing a comedy one night and Shakespeare one night and a musical the 3rd night. Like, that is one of the things that drew me to acting, was that I got to be sparkly in a bunch of different directions, and I enjoy that. So it didn't feel difficult, because that's kind of the gig. When you get to go from that to Linda Barnes, I'm really sorry for everything she did. So I got to do a pretty wide span of stuff, and it's fun. Thank you.
She's like, I'm never coming to a convention again.
It's okay, you saved them.
Yeah.
We're on to questions now.
Thank you.
So.
Hello. Hi. No, I wasn't sure if there was something important happening.
Very important.
I'm patient.
Yes.
It's these fuckers.
Yeah.
They want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so first, my question is for Kim. I'm sorry, but I love you both.
Briana's gonna answer.
I want to hear it.
All right, what's it like working with Jensen and Jared?
It's
She worked
garbage.
with them too.
But I know.
No, she doesn't want to hear from me, Kim.
You went from.
She doesn't care for me.
Life.
She's spreading the word. None of these questions are going to be for me. Okay?
I love your hair, by the way.
She's texting everybody on a group thread of the con, wherever we are. OKC thread. Do not ask Briana a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So if I understand you correctly, you're asking me what the difference was between working with Dylan and Cole and working with Jared and Jensen.
Yes, like from that big jump.
Noted that. Jared and Jensen got tiny motorcycles. That's it. That's the only difference.
They're fart smellers, I'm sure.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. Well,
They fester.
yeah.
Save it up.
Both sets of very, very lovely, very, very handsome guys are settled in my heart, and they both share the fact that they both managed to make my job very easy, in that my job was to love them. Yeah, thank you. Oh, she's not done.
I also wanted to say I love your hair, both of you.
Shut up.
Briana.
Sit down.
That's Briana.
No, it's too late.
Briana.
We're in a fight. Okay? It's too late. Hello.
There's still tickets left.
Still tickets left to the PJ party. Don't miss out.
Come do this up close.
You'll feel really good about yourself after.
I promise I'll be wearing pants.
I want you guys to know I'm chewing gum right now, and I'm missing a tooth. So it's like kind of like playing cornhole. Go ahead. What do you got?
Hello, and it's based purely on the vibes today, based on what
Oh,
you're
God.
wearing and how you're acting.
It's gonna be a vagina question, isn't it? All vagina, all the time. It's the name of my autobiography. No, it's my time now. It is my time to talk. I've had 2 coffees today. Okay, go ahead. After you.
I was just wondering.
Take your time.
I was just wondering if you two would ever consent to doing a movie that was like an R-rated, foul-mouthed version of Practical Magic.
I love my favorite. My favorite is when y'all ask me if I would ever take a job. The answer is yeah. Yep. Yes.
Big fans of surviving this economy.
Yeah, I do, yes. I don't have a lot of, how did you decide you wanted to do Supernatural? Well, they offered it to me. That was the bottom line. But does that sound like fun? Fuck yeah, it does. That'd be fun. HBO version of Practical Magic.
Also, you actually don't have to pay me to hang out with Kim and swear. You have to pay us not to. Yeah, exactly. I might undo a button. We're not even halfway through, and I just feel like
We'll be better.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Take them off.
That's not what I said. That is not what I said, but okay. Yes, the answer is yes, we'd love to. And thank you.
Yes, please.
I'm glad you caught those vibes.
Put that out into the universe.
Strong.
Hello.
Hello.
So I also agree that y'all should be the onsen in Practical Magic. But my question is, in another world where we got to have a spin-off of just y'all as the badass women of Supernatural, what do you think would be kind of an episode that y'all would like to do if y'all had your own spin-off?
Well, we did.
You did, yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
Very
if the
briefly.
spin-off went. Well, I've said this before, but so when they pitch a spin-off, they sell like the Bible for the whole season. They have to just tell you what the writers are attempting to do throughout the arc of the first season. And Phil Segretia, who is the executive producer, had shown that to me, and we saw that Donna was going to become a vampire. I know. So I was as an actor, very excited for that, to play like what I have to assume would be kind of the opposite of who Donna is in terms of her objectives and motivations.
Yeah, we were excited about that. Also, one of my favorite things for shows to do is come up with bottle episodes, because every once in a while they run out of money, but they have to keep making their show. So they do episodes where it all takes place in one tiny area. Have you ever noticed that, when all of a sudden your show's like, why are they locked in an elevator? Well, because they had no budget. And so they made up a story where everybody gets locked in locked in an elevator. You know what I mean?
Tomato.
I said what I meant. And I think it would be fun. Like, what would a wayward bottle episode be? Where would they get locked?
I think they would be in a car.
Yeah.
That feels right, like a road trip episode.
Yeah.
And they're not locked, they're just going from A to B, and the whole episode is us driving and talking, eating,
the car.
listening to music,
Yeah.
playing road games.
Running over monsters.
Over monsters.
We got it. All right, back home. Yeah.
Sounded Canadian when
That'd
you
be
said
fun.
that.
Back home.
Back
Oh,
home.
yeah. He's flat now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not, okay. I'm like, that's right. Okay. I said thank you to
This
the,
side?
yes, it's
Oh,
that
okay.
side, but I was saying thank you to that person who has gone.
Hi. My question was, what was your most impactful or memorable moment with a fan or group of fans? For both of you.
That's right. This is my favorite group of people on the planet. They like to talk about vaginas. They don't care to ask me any questions. Just kidding. Impactful is tricky because it's not like there's so many impactful things. There's like the first fan interaction. There's like the first fan that made me cry. There's like, I think like leading up to Wayward Sisters, even before it was a pilot, when it was Wayward Daughters, when there was kind of a group within the fandom that decided they wanted this thing, that was, I think, the first time that I, in my life, went, oh, I'm important to strangers, which I know sounds kind of trite and silly, but it's as a human being on this planet, I can't describe. It is the wildest experience to be like, things I do and say matter to people who don't know me. And that helped me move through life differently, and feel through life differently. And I feel eternally grateful for that time.
So I've got two. First, I want to say is that all of them, when you say this one, yes, because this one is right now. I'm not good at remembering names, but my heart is good at remembering love. And when I first started doing conventions, I was like, what do they want from me? I should be more, I should be bigger, I should be blah, blah, blah. What do they want? What do they want? And I realized that what you seem to want from me is just connection. And all I need to do is be willing to show up and recognize that you handed me your heart. And I can treat it with the sacredness it deserves. And then I give it back to you, knowing that we have made that connection. And that every single time. There is not a moment that is higher or lower. There is no hierarchy. Every single connection is sacred to me. That said, do you want, I have two impactful fan encounters. Do you want one that was my foundational fan encounter, or do you want one that was my more recent fan encounter?
Let's do more recent.
Okay, so I'm up in Vancouver, which is where Supernatural was shot. Only I was working on a different show. I was working on Kung Fu, and one Richard Speight Jr. was directing this episode. So we're hanging out, and he's never been to Granville Island, so I'm like, come on, we're gonna walk to Granville Island. We're walking across the street, and there's a guy walking the other way, and he goes, oh my God, Supernatural. And then he goes, man, I love your work, I love you so much, I love you so much. And Rich goes, well, and I went, would you like me to take your picture? He goes, yeah, man, would you? Oh, dude, I love you so much, man. Your work is incredible. I'm such a big fan of Supernatural. You're the world to me, the whole show. I just love this. Thanks. I love the show so much. I'm the biggest fan. I'm the biggest fan, man. This means everything to me. Thank you so much. I'm the biggest fan. And he walks away, and there's a moment, and Rich looks at me, and he goes, obviously not that big a fan. Keeps me humble.
Live for that.
Thank you.
It's also like very Canadian to be like, I know you from that show. Have a good day.
Have a good day. No, he was very excited to see an actor from Supernatural.
Yeah, maybe two was too much.
Wait, no, I gotta tell him the other. I need to tell you the other story. It's quick. It's back when I was doing a soap opera. My foundation was a soap opera. And there's a way it happens when you're out in the wild. Somebody looks at you and then they look away. And they're like, is that who I think it is? Then they look at you and see if you're smiling. Are you receptive? And then they look away. And the third eye contact is when they approach. So I'm at the gym doing sit-ups, and across from me is a woman on this bike. And she looks at me. No, this is when I was like, it was in the 90s. So she's on the bike, and she looks at me and she looks away. And I think, oh dear, I don't have a pen. Whatever will I do? I'm at the gym. And then she looks at me and kind of smiles and looks away. And I'm like, oh well, I'm sure one of the other trainers will let me go. And she asked me for my autograph. This is awesome. And then she looks at me and she goes like this. I'm like, that's odd. I've never been summoned before to give an autograph, but I'm in between sets. Okay. I walk over and she, like, in this very sweet, sheepish smile, she goes, I am so sorry to bother you. I was like, no, that's fine. She goes, but you have a hole in the crack of your shorts that's like this big. So now I never assume anybody wants my autograph, because it might just be that there's a hole in my shorts.
I have a similar story that's not about an autograph, because I would never assume somebody wants my autograph. Because again, in Canada, often I'll meet people at conventions, they'll be like, oh, I saw you at the grocery store once or whatever. And I'm like, come say hi! It makes me feel special. Anyway, it's not a thing that people do that often, at least in Vancouver. But recently I had some dental issues, I had a dental implant, failure, we won't get into it, but I had to go back to a dental surgeon who I didn't know because mine was elsewhere, but I just needed it out. It was an emergency. But I had explained I'd been out of town, I gotta leave town again for these conventions. I have to go to the United States, and I was like, so I need it dealt with because I don't want to have issues in the United States. And he was like, okay, and he's like, so where are you off to? No, he said, and so what's up? What's going on? And I said, oh, I'm going to these conventions to get like signed autographs, take pictures with people. We do meet and greets. It's fun. The actors or the leads of the show, they're still there. The fandom's really supportive and very passionate. They get really excited about it. And I know it sounds really weird, but it means a lot to me in my life. And he just went, so what's up with your tooth? And I was like, oh God. It's mortifying when it happens because you're like, of course, why would you want to know this anyway?
Okay.
Oh, yes, so. Thank you, person. Yes.
Hello. Okay, so making assumptions here, but what is the most ridiculous / stupid reason you've gotten a ticket / did you ever get out of a ticket?
Oh, like a ticket,
Like driving.
driving. I think I've only ever gotten one speeding ticket, and I did not get out of it. I didn't even try. I was in Montreal. I did not speak French, so they didn't like that. So it was immediately. Ça va. But I was just, no, I can't tell that story. Never mind. PJ party.
That's when nothing's recording. I've only gotten 2 tickets in my life. They were both for speeding. Shocking, I know. The second one I didn't even try to talk out of. I was just like, oh yeah, that was dumb. It was like one of those where the slow lane was backed up, but the fast lane was completely open. I was like, the fuck is everybody's problem? And I just blew past him doing 100. Yeah, he did back it down so it wasn't a felony speeding ticket. He was just like, what were you? I was like, I don't know. I'm really sorry. Yeah, that one was, and then the first speeding ticket I ever got, I was in college and I was driving back down to school and I was in my dad's car and I got the ticket and I was so terrified that I was gonna get in trouble with my dad. I didn't give a fuck about the ticket, but I was just like, oh shit, and at this time I had like red curly hair that came down to here and I wore I looked like Elena Huffman a little bit, if that's possible. But I didn't look up at him, and I took the thing, and then I drove down to the next gas station rest stop, and I got out, and I called my dad on the payphone, and I'm like, and who pulls up but the fucking cop who does one of these? Fucking parks his car, gets out, and it's like, so I didn't ask you, where are you headed? Right? And I was still so panicked, I thought I was gonna get in more trouble. A little bit of the tism showing up very early. I just thought he came up with other things to get mad at me. I just went, no!
I support that.
Yeah, I still stand by that statement, knowing what I know now about my life and the way the world works. But yes, I just was like, no! And I ran to my car and drove away at the speed limit. So no, I've never, I think that was a ridiculous, no, I earned them both. Such a heavy, when I got my driver's test, that was the only note I got on it, was he's like, we were doing 55 and a 20 mile an hour for a little while. I was like, I thought it was an on-ramp. It's like, the on-ramp was another quarter of a mile away. I was getting ready for it. So, yeah, but I still passed. Thank you. I enjoy that. I wish I had more altercations.
I do, they're just not ones I can tell when people are possibly recording. That's why we say you come to the PJ party, we tell the good secrets. Hello.
Hi, so this one is actually for Kim. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. We've talked about this 25 times today.
Okay, but I think you're gonna be passionate about this question.
All right, Let's hear it.
Okay, so were you as pissed as I was whenever I do the rewatches and I realize that the scripts that they gave you, obviously you're a badass. Nobody can question that. But every single scene where you are fighting with the boys, you get hurt. Like, seriously hurt. Did that ever piss you off?
Hold on, before you answer this, I want everybody to remember that she asked us, or they, I'm assuming your gender.
Female.
Okay, thank you. She said, every time you rewatch the show, you lost me there. I was like, I haven't seen it one time. I only see the scenes I'm in, not even the whole
That's a
episode.
trend from today.
No, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding.
It's actually the opposite. So once I earned the status where the writers asked me questions about Jodie, because for a little while, I just kept thinking it was the last time I was ever gonna be on set. I was like, why would they bring me back? Why would they they're killing Bobby, they definitely will never bring me back. Like, but once I reached status where they asked me questions, one of the questions was, how do we treat you in the physical altercations? How do you are now speaking on behalf of women everywhere? We have received notes that maybe stuffing women in fridges is not appropriate. And I was like, good for you for hearing that. Here's the flip side of that. To not beat me up would be sexist. Jodie can fucking take it. That's why she's there. So I was like, yes, break her arm, break, because it's not how she goes down, it's that she stands back up every single fucking time. So, I loved it. I did not want them pulling any punches with her.
Amen, good answer.
Thank you.
That was not what I was expecting, so that was badass. Thank
cool.
you.
What were you expecting?
I thought she'd be pissed, because I was fucking pissed.
Wow.
But-
We kind of, our baseline is Anchor, so it's nice to pop out of it every once in a while.
True. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. I just want to say, Briana, I do love you.
I don't want to hear it. I
I
don't want to, I'm just kidding. Ask your questions. I'm doing a bit, you guys. Ask your questions. You pay good money to get what you want. Not in a sexy way.
But yeah.
It's for the PJ party. Just kidding. Don't be weird. Go ahead, after you. Ask your stupid question.
It probably is stupid, honestly.
It's gonna be great.
So Kim, I grew up watching both Sweet Life and Supernatural at the same time. So you were kind of like my TV mom my whole life. But I realized something after seeing the drastic difference between the two. And I just kind of wanted to know, like, how do you think Jodie and Carrie would like interact with each other?
I did a whole series on my Instagram. So
I don't have Instagram.
Okay, it's on TikTok too, if you have TikTok. Okay, great, so you have neither of those, so you're in for a treat. I'm not gonna reenact everything, but they enjoy each other's company. Carrie has the bad ideas, Jodie has the taser. They work well together. That's a good approximation of Carrie's got bad ideas and Jodie's got a taser. And neither of them like Linda Barnes very much. So yeah, I did. I had a brainstorm. They actually reluctantly like each other. That's my go-to, is that ultimately they're kind of like, you're not like me at all, but you're okay.
They both basically raised little shit sons.
They were amazing children. They called their mother and they left me behind on a big boat. But, that's okay. But yes, they say when you find something you sell, just keep selling it. And apparently I sell a female family figure to really attractive blonde brothers. Okay.
Are 17 blonde?
I mean, ish. I'm pretty sure that if Sam saw sunshine a little bit more, he'd get a little... Well, he's just been in the bunker for too long.
Yeah.
They're sun-kissed. Oh, no, thank you. Thank you.
I always have snacks in my pocket.
There's snacks.
Hi. So love you both. I love your work. Secondly, there are a lot of fun spelled towns in Oklahoma because of the Native American heritage here. And so I'm going to spell out a town, and I want you to tell me what you think how it's pronounced.
Fun, okay. Also, I want to preface this with, this is a bit. I please beg my pardon. I don't want to offend anybody.
No,
Is that
it's
fair?
okay. Nobody gets it right. Nobody gets it right.
Okay, but
They
even
don't
so,
expect to get it right.
even so, there's things get hacked up on the internet, and God, you know, just putting it out there.
Okay, so we've got CHICKASHA.
Yeah, here's the problem. I can't process
You
that.
said C, and then the rest of it went B.
Yeah, C-H-I-C-K.
Yes.
Nope. C-H-I-C-K.
A-S-H.
Chickasea.
C-H-I-C-K-A-S-H-A.
Uh-huh.
Why is this fun for you?
All right, we'll go one for one. I'm gonna go with Chickasha.
No.
Okay,
what?
how do you say it?
Chickasha.
Chickasha. That's actually, okay.
That's actually a
yes.
beautiful name.
All right. W-I-L-L-A-M-E-T-T-E.
Lost me. I spelled Willem Dafoe, and then I was gone.
I know what it is.
Ben knows what it is.
Willamette?
Very close. No!
Willamette!
It's Willamette.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right.
S-A-S-K-A-T-C-H-E-W-A-N.
Regina.
Saskatchewan.
That's it.
No?
Moose Jaw.
I knew like 3 letters in that you were going to say Saskatchewan.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Chickasha. Chickasha? Chickasha. Chickasha.
You have to understand, my brain is like a golden retriever with a squirrel. You give me 2 letters and then I'm gone.
When I'm
Check it out.
seeing it with my eyeballs, I can
Yeah.
process it. When I'm
This is why I
hearing it
can't
with
read.
my ears, I'm like, I don't understand what's a letter.
Yeah, when somebody's trying to teach me something, I'm like, don't say it at me, show it to me.
Yep.
Anyway, that's enough about me.
All right. Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
What's up?
Briana, I love you. But my question
You
is,
guys are being funny now. It's a bit, right? It's a bit.
I grew up watching Sweet Life all throughout my childhood, and it was one of my all-time favorite shows growing up. If you had to pick one thing that Carrie Martin taught you that you still bring with you today, what would it be?
I had to pick one thing that Carrie Martin taught me. What would it be? It was a long fucking time ago. Here, you answer the question first while I think about it.
Because I'm not going to say anything appropriate. For a change.
Okay. God bless it. What did she teach me? I don't know if you know this, but adults on a Disney Channel show didn't really have a lot of arc. So what did she teach me? Always hire a babysitter? Oh, I know. Here we go. Your own bed is a luxury. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, she slept on the couch in the living room. So yes, your own bedroom is a luxury. That's what I take away from Carrie, and I appreciate every time I walk into my own bedroom, and I'm like, this is not the living room. How awesome is that? So she taught me gratitude for my environment. That wasn't what you wanted me to say.
No,
You wanted
try
me to
again,
say
Kim,
something.
try again.
That sucked. That was a shitty answer.
No, it's great.
She taught me not to cuss. No,
She taught
me
to
that when
read.
I bend down to talk to somebody, I put my hand over my shirt in case it opens and they can see down my boobs.
She taught you to read those Disney contracts carefully.
Yes. Yeah. She taught me that that you can be a lounge singer. You can be a lounge singer, and someone will actually give you a suite in a fancy hotel. Do you know we did the entire pilot?
She lied to you about
We
that.
shot the whole damn pilot, and I thought it took place in Vegas because that was the only place I could imagine them giving you a hotel suite for being the lounge singer.
Where did it take place?
Boston.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's a stretch, Mr. Disney.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but I also remember her immaculate hairstyles. So she taught me that hair product can fix anything. And that if you're gonna do it yourself, stop after 2 margaritas. That was, yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, this is for both of you.
You said that really quickly. Are you scared?
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hurry up.
If you could pick one character to watch both Zach and Cody, the Wayward Sisters, and the Winchesters, who would you pick?
Wait, one character to what?
From those people?
No, if you could pick one character to watch, Zach and Cody.
Oh, the show.
No. Okay. The people, the characters, Zach and Cody, the Wayward Sisters, and the Winchesters, who would you pick?
To babysit them?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Thank God. All right,
I'm
literal.
I'm like, I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, I don't understand.
Who would put up with watching all of those people?
Watch them. Okay.
Okay. All right.
What was the question again? Who would we?
What babysit?
Who would we pick to babysit any of those?
Zach and Cody, Wayward
The
Sisters, and
Sam and Dean.
Sam and Dean, Matt Cohen.
Richard Spade Jr.
I think Richard would be devoured, but I think Matt Cohen could watch all of.
He could do it.
Yes, Matt Cohen could absolutely match any of those individuals. You just met him. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he has enough energy for us all.
Yeah. So
I would
that's-
do it
that's
to
my
Rich
answer.
as a punishment to Rich.
Yes.
That was the funny.
Yeah, offered it. Here's 25 cents in a cookie. Go to work.
Go to work. Get it. Welcome to our world.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This question is for both of you. I'm just kidding.
It is for both of you.
Oh, I'm teasing. You ask
My
away,
name is
baby.
Brittany. My question, well, first, Briana, if you ever come into Oklahoma and you need dental work, I manage a dental office and I got you.
Can you imagine? It's just like, go to Oklahoma. That is so kind. Thank you.
You're
Would it
welcome.
be free?
Yes.
No, it would not. Never.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
would make me come to Oklahoma.
We do implants.
Bless. Okay.
Yeah, so my question is, you guys are obviously very powerful, beautiful, hilarious women. And so my question is, throughout your career, have you ever felt the pressure to dull your shine at any point? And then if you have, how did you work through that?
Well, it's so funny is that I have experienced various different versions of myself physically. In terms of being a young person, being older, being pregnant, being postpartum, versions that are stomached many different ways by society. Does that make sense? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I look like. Inevitably, someone is asking me to be less for their comfort. I had a conversation recently with a very good male friend of mine. And I won't get into what we were talking about, but he said, Briana, you have to know how intimidating you are to other women. And I was like, I don't know what your intention with that. I am assuming that his intention was to be flattering, that was to be a compliment.
Oh, bless his heart. Briana, let me tell you about other women's experience with you.
Yes, just so you know.
Okay, ma'am.
But I just was like, I'm not taking that on. That was my response to that. I didn't say thank you. I didn't say, oh, that makes me feel bad. I just said, I'm not taking that on. It's also the more we perpetuate the idea of a woman needing to become less so another woman in theory, can feel more, you're perpetuating the idea that patriarchy is selling us, which is like there's only one slice of pie for all of us, which I'm hoping we're all learning is a falsehood. It's an endless amount of pie, not a euphemism.
That's what she said.
But it did take me a long time. I've been told many, many times throughout my career. Often just because I am an extroverted person, I'm loud, I'm boisterous, I like to make a lot of jokes. I am not a quiet, small, and I mean that literally and figuratively, person. And it makes people uncomfortable, and they think that my job is to make them uncomfortable. It's not. Our job in this life is to make ourselves comfortable internally, you know? So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Live big.
What she said. Yeah, we talked about this in my meet and greet. I am a trauma-induced people pleaser, where I'm like, if you're comfortable, then I'll be okay. And I didn't know how to not do that, so I quit, and I live in the desert now, and I play with goats, and I only do movies if somebody offers me the role, and I don't audition, I don't have a manager, I don't have an agent, and I am happier than I've ever been in my life. Sometimes, if I can't be who I want to be in a situation, the problem isn't me. So I get to leave.
Really is hard to remind yourself that, but I encourage you. The more you tell yourself that, the more you'll believe it. Hello.
Hi. First of all, I'd like to say you were both beautiful and I love you so much. My question is for both of you. It's kind of a silly question, but if you guys could choose a spirit animal, what would it be and why?
I'm gonna just adjust a little bit. I like to answer the question, if you could choose an animal that represents your energy, because the actual phrase spirit animal, as I found out, is a very sacred thing. And when I assume the right to use a phrase, I learned this also with adoption. I would very casually say, I've adopted you. And somebody was like, adoption is a serious fucking thing and comes with serious fucking shit, and you don't have the right to use that. They were much kinder about it when they said that. So I like to recognize this is not a correction, this is just a clarification for my point. That said, what animal truly embodies my essence?
My Briana or Donna?
Pick
one. Donna, I would pick Panda Bear.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she's still a bear. Don't fuck with it, but like, watch her tumble. Isn't she cute? Oh, she can't stay in a chair. God, she's so cute. Give her that bamboo. Love some sugar.
Oh, look, she's swinging on a swing.
Oh, she fell.
She fell. Panda bears. What would Jody do? I think Jody would be a yellow lab. Just like full of love, but getting the job done. Yeah, or German Shepherd. I think a yellow lab, she's a little more derpy than a German Shepherd.
I was gonna say she's not derpy enough for a German Shepherd, but you know her,
Hey guys.
You know
Hello.
Donna has a different relationship
We're
with
picking
Jody.
animals that represent our essences. Would you like to chime in, Rich? Because there's no way that could go wrong.
I'm definitely some kind of moray eel.
For who?
For who? Yes.
Isn't that my essence? Or are we
No,
talking?
mine. Mine. Us.
Oh, your
Us.
essence.
Yeah, Kim's
Oh.
essence.
I'm going to go with moray eel.
Fair.
I like
And Briana?
Be careful.
A rabid
Moray eel.
Eel.
A moray. No, let's see.
Eel.
Briana, angry house cat.
Oh, that's funny. I was going to say that Kim is my answer for this
I
changes all
actually
the time.
referred to a cat as a cat. I referred to myself as a cat earlier today.
So there we go.
Well done.
See?
I think I'm kind of a cat. Maybe I'm an otter.
Go with that.
Like I like having fun, but I'll also bite the heads off of things if I have to.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Billy said a meerkat.
A meerkat for me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what he
I
said.
like it. I didn't say it. He said it.
That's
It's my meerkat. Look.
nailing it.
We
That's
like
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
How was the crowd? How was OKC?
Great.
How they treat
Awesome.
you? That's a
They
pretty good
loved
crowd.
asking
Pretty
me
good crowd.
questions. Loved
She was pretending not to be able to sing. They're both great singers, and they'll both be playing Saturday night.
Yes, indeed. Come see us.
Please give it up, everybody, for Briana, Buckmaster, and Kim Rhodes.